Well, hello everyone, this is the director himself here, and yes, this is also doubling up as a voice reveal. I've always wanted to do a long form video like this, where I like fanfic of what ifs and Scream in general, but today, we'll dive into a Scream 6 what if scenario to start the series, with a what if Detective Wayne Bailey was a solo Ghostface killer. We'll break down how the movie could have unfolded if Bailey went rogue and did all the dirty work himself. From motivation to logistics, we're going to explore every angle, so grab some popcorn, and let's get into it. First, let's talk about why Wayne Bailey could be a solo killer in Scream 6. Wayne was driven by a desire for revenge after the death of his son Richie, one of the killers from Scream 5, or Scream 2022, whatever you prefer. His motivation was clear. He wanted to take down Sam Carpenter, to be blamed for Richie's demise. But what if Wayne wasn't relying on his children for help? What if he decided to act alone? How could Wayne have managed without Quinn or Ethan? Now, even though I personally do believe Wayne did a lot of the work anyway, like the bodega attack, the intro kills, etc., but the apartment attack, the Gail attack, the subway attack, etc., will now have to be added on. So the real question is, could he have pulled it off, and how would have the film progressed? Now, going by what I believe, we can skim past the intro kills, the bodega attack and Stone's kill, because that was all done by Wayne anyway. But if we now go to the next Ghostface attack, which is the apartment, which results in Paul and Annika's death. Now, for the sake of simplicity and argument's sake, we're going to assume Quinn and Ethan are in this film, still, but they're just simply not related to Wayne or Richie, which means because of this, it's pretty safe to assume that both Quinn and Ethan would be killed during the attack. So that means that 4 people will be killed. Is this possible? Unlikely, but it is. In the original, Quinn plays a major role, poses one of the roommates, to infiltrate Sarantaro's apartment, along with Ethan. This gives the killers inside information and easy access. But how would Wayne execute this without his children? Here's where Wayne's detective skills and access to police resources come in handy. As a detective, he could have easily found out about Sam and Tara's living situation and who their roommates are, their schedules, and where they'd be most vulnerable. Even without Quinn on the inside, and along with Ethan, Wayne could also use his cop access to tail the girls and figure out the best time to strike. But how does he get into the apartment undetected? This is where Wayne's background in law enforcement becomes key. He likely has access to tools or lockpicking skills, and as a detective, he could easily gain entry to the building without raising suspicion. Plus, if anyone noticed him, he could easily bluff by saying he was just checking on the case. During the attack itself, Wayne would have to rely on his physical prowess to take on multiple opponents in a confined space. Something that would be much more difficult without help. However, as we saw in the other Ghostface attacks, Bailey isn't afraid to use brutal force. He could have used a surprise to his advantage, taking out the less combative targets like Annika first, and used the chaos to separate the group. Next, let's talk about the attack on Gail Weathers. This is a fan favourite scene where Gail has her tense showdown with Ghostface in her penthouse apartment. Originally, this attack was carried out by Quinn, but how would Wayne have done it solo? So first off, Wayne would have known exactly how to get into Gail's apartment. As a detective, he would have access to her personal information, including our security system. In fact, he might have been able to hack into or even bypass her security, considering how well prepared he is throughout the movie. The phone call with Gail before the attack, that's pure Wayne. He would have enjoyed touring her, knowing she's one of the last original survivors in the Scream franchise. Besides, I'm pretty certain he was the one who did it anyway in the original film. Gail is a tough opponent, however, but Wayne would thrive on the challenge. He might have used his cop stats to track her movements, wait until she was alone and her most vulnerable. During the attack, we see Ghostface overpower Gail, but she managed to pull up a fight. This works in Wayne's favour. He's older and bigger than Quinn, which would make his battle with Gail more intense. His detective training could also come into play here. He knows how to handle himself in a physical confrontation. The close quarters fight between Gail and Wayne would have been brutal, but Wayne's single-minded obsession with revenge would have driven him to overpower, which means in this timeline, Gail would most likely actually be killed, fully resulting in Wayne now having 11 kills and taking out a legacy character. Now, let's get into one of the more suspenseful scenes in Scream 6, the subway scene. This is when the group is separated and Mindy is attacked by Ghostface in a packed subway car. In the movie, Quinn is responsible for his attack. But how could Wayne have managed this alone? First of all, the subway is a perfect environment for a serial killer. It's crowded, chaotic, and it's easy to lose someone in the masses. Wayne would have the upper hand here, because he knows the city and how to navigate high-pressure situations. With Halloween celebrations going on and everyone in costume, Wayne could easily blend in without anyone notice him moving through the crowds. How could Wayne have tracked Mindy? Again, just like all the others, as a detective, he could have anticipated where the group would be heading and intentionally orchestrated their separation. He could have manipulated the subway schedules or even used his position to block off certain exits to make sure they ended up on different trains. Wayne would have to be extra careful in this scene. He's dealing with a crowded space, and one wrong move could expose him. But Wayne is meticulous. He could have timed his attack perfectly. Wait until the train was at its most crowded, when everyone was distracted and Mindy was isolated from the group. The dim lighting and costumes helped Wayne blend in seamlessly, allowing him to close in on her without drawing attention. The actual attack would be quick and efficient. Wayne, being much larger and more experienced than Quinn, could overpower Mindy without much struggle. He knows how to make a kill look accidental or chaotic in the public's place, unsure that he can slip out the train before anyone realises what happens, which means, yes, Wayne would kill Mindy in this timeline, meaning that Wayne would now have 12 kills and has taken out a core 4 member. So yeah, so far Wayne is going absolutely ham right now, but it has consequences. Because Kirby Reed, the FBI agent, which I have not mentioned so far in this What If, she is a very smart woman, and I imagine by now she's probably put the pieces together and has come to the conclusion that Wayne is a killer. However, she will only realise that when the final acts commence in the shrine. Which, speaking of which, now in terms of getting Simon Tower to the fucking outside, in terms of getting him to the shrine, he can still do what he did in the original film, so we don't have to worry about that. So now, let's talk about the shrine. In the original movie, it's filled with memorabilia from previous Ghostface killings. Everything from costumes to weapons. Wink would have carefully curated this space over time as a personal tribute to Richie, and especially with Ghostface, which, as we know, is what he says in the film. As a solo killer, Wayne would be even more invested in creating the perfect stage for his final showdown. Wayne has another advantage here. He knows the layout of the shrine inside and out. He would have set traps, strategically placed weapons around the room, ready to use against Sam and Tar when the time comes. As a solo Ghostface, he would need to control the environment as much as possible. Now he's up against multiple survivors and can't rely on backup. Now assuming everything happens like normal, all the way up until the attack on Tara and Chad, Quinn and Ethan originally tag team Chad as one of them, I can't remember who, failed to kill him, so they got help from the other one. Originally, they failed to kill Chad despite stabbing him like 50 fucking times, but Wayne is more skilled and intelligent, which means, unfortunately, I just don't see Chad surviving when Wayne attacks him, because Wayne is a very strategic, tactical Ghostface. So instead of like stabbing, I can see Wayne going for like more of a neck slice, which means Chad is basically dead. But the rest of the final act will commence like normal. Only difference now is Kirby has entered, and unlike in the original film, Kirby knows Wayne is under the mask, meaning he can't get the jump on her like he did in the original. Now, can Wayne take on Kirby? Yeah, of course, he easily could. However, I don't see him killing her, but simply wounding her like he did in the original, leaving just Sam and Tara. I see most of the monologue and rant before the fight begins, and stays almost completely the same. Only difference is, minus the children, Wayne's going to keep Sam and Tara in check, on his own, while ranting. Now let's get to the fight. Wayne would slightly target Tara first, knowing that Sam is the main target of his revenge, and also debatably stronger. He might try to isolate Tara from his sister, using her as bait to draw Sam into a vulnerable position. The fight will be brutal, with Wayne leveraging every advantage he has. His size, his weapons, his ability to manipulate the environment of the shrine. But we know that Sam and Tara are resilient, so this fight wouldn't be easy. As the battle escalates, Wayne might start to lose control, become more reckless as his desperation to kill Sam and Revenge Richie takes over. We'd see him unravel, consumed by his obsession. This makes him actually developing more dangerous, but also leaves him vulnerable to mistakes. In the final moments, we know Sam embraced her dark side to take down Ghostface. In the original, there's a moment where she challenged her father, Billy Loomis, and delivers a lethal blow to Wayne's eyes, which I'm like 50 on fucking downwards. As a solo Ghostface, Wayne would be up against this darker side of Sam, and would be his undoing. The final blow would come when Sam uses her father's legacy to defeat Wayne, stabbing him with the same brutality that Ghostface used to their friends. In this version of the story, Wayne dies alone, his obsession with revenge consuming him in the end. There's no family legacy left behind, just a tragic, twisted man who couldn't let go of his need for revenge. Now, in conclusion, could Wayne have pulled off the final act as a solo Ghostface? For the most part, yes. He could have done most of the kills, and extra ones, and up to a total kill count of 13, making him the most lethal Ghostface in the franchise. But on his own, I can't see him being Sam and Tara. This alternate version of the final act paints Wayne as a tragic figure, driven mad by his need to avenge his son, but only defeated by the very person he sought to destroy. There's a darker, more personal take on the film. But let me know in the comments, do you think Wayne could have done it all alone? How would the movie have changed if he was the only killer? Do you think Alone maybe even overrated and glazed him a bit, and that Wayne could be fucked realistically on his own? Let me know. But anyway, thank you all for watching this What If Scream video. I am planning on doing a lot more in the future, and if you've got any suggestions for Scream What Ifs, then leave them down below in the comments. I'll maybe even do them. But I'll actually catch you in the next one. See ya.